Eproctophilia, a paraphilic interest in flatulence, is a relatively obscure and less studied aspect of human sexuality. Its history is not well documented, but here are some key points to consider. Ancient and historical contexts. Ancient cultures. While there is no direct evidence of eproctophilia in ancient cultures, flatulence has been a subject of humor and taboo in many societies. For example, in ancient Rome, flatulence was sometimes a source of amusement, as seen in the works of poets like Martial. Medieval and Renaissance periods. Flatulence continued to be a subject of humor and sometimes even social commentary. However, there is little to no documentation of it being a specific sexual interest during these periods. Modern understanding, 20th century. The formal study of paraphilias, including eproctophilia, began in the late 19th and early 20th centuries with the work of sexologists like Richard von Krafft-Ebing and Havelock Ellis. However, eproctophilia itself was rarely mentioned in early literature. Psychological and medical perspectives. In the mid-20th century, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, DSM, began to categorize various paraphilias. Eproctophilia, while not explicitly listed, would fall under the broader category of atypical sexual interests. Contemporary context. Internet era. The advent of the internet has allowed individuals with niche sexual interests, including eproctophilia, to find communities and resources. Online forums, social media groups, and specialized websites have provided spaces for people to share their interests and experiences. Academic interest. In recent years, there has been a growing interest in studying less common paraphilias. Researchers have begun to explore the psychological and social aspects of eproctophilia, though it remains a relatively under-researched area. Cultural representations, media, and entertainment. Flatulence has been a recurring theme in comedy and entertainment, from slapstick humor in films to cartoons and literature. However, these representations are generally not sexual in nature. Fetish communities. Within fetish communities, eproctophilia is recognized as a specific interest. These communities often provide support and validation for individuals with this paraphilia. Ethical and social considerations, consent and boundaries. As with any sexual interest, the key ethical consideration is consent. Engaging in eproctophilic activities should involve mutual agreement and respect for boundaries. Stigma and misunderstanding. Due to its niche nature, eproctophilia can be subject to significant stigma and misunderstanding. Education and open dialogue are essential for fostering a more accepting and informed perspective. In summary, while eproctophilia has likely existed in some form throughout history, it has only recently begun to be recognized and studied within the context of modern sexology. The internet has played a significant role in bringing visibility to this and other niche sexual interests, though it remains a relatively obscure and under-researched area.